Imagine this. Your song is finally going viral. Your videos are blowing up on TikTok and Reels. People are looking for your music, and there's a problem. They can't find your song when they go to the two most common places to find it, YouTube or Spotify. You know, where they go to listen to songs they find on short-form video apps. But you're wondering, why wouldn't they be able to find it? Well, right now, there's so much chaos going on with search AI, fraudsters, and this world is just crowded. You have massive artists who are getting hundreds of millions of views having what we call SEO nightmares, where someone goes to look up their viral song or profile and the fans can't find them. So when people in the music business go to look at them and consider working with them, they see this artist getting a ton of attention, but no streams. So they assume what I would, which is that no one likes their song. But sometimes this isn't even the case. They're just in what we call SEO hell. So in this video, I'm going to teach you all the ways musicians are ending up in SEO hell and how you make sure it doesn't happen to you. So I know a lot of you have never heard of things like this, but there's a reason SEO for songs and artists is fast becoming one of the fastest growing parts of music, and I'm going to walk you through why. So let's first talk about one of my favorite stories in this world. So on my members feed and newsletter a while back, we talked about an artist who has blown up on social media, getting hundreds of millions of views on their short form videos. But the streams on Spotify were seriously lacking. But when I looked, I noticed something. On TikTok and Reels, they went by Citizen the Artist. But on Spotify, they are Citizen. And while Citizen the Artist makes kind of a bland pop, there's been an emo hardcore band named Citizen who can headline 3,000-seat venues across America for a decade and a half, and they're quite active. But Citizen the Artist seemed to not care and just called themselves Citizen. God knows why. And this has now created a nightmare for both artists, since I talked to the band's management, and yeah, it causes confusion for them too. So you now have Citizen the band's fans getting bland pop songs when they search for them, and Citizen the Artist fans finding hardcore screaming when they search for their soft boy pop jams. No one wins here. But there is a solution for this. Obviously, Citizen the Artist could have just called themselves that, as they do on the short-form video apps. But SEO saves this. And if you know anything about SEO, you know that Yoast is what you should be using if you want to do SEO easily and don't want to understand much more than typing in a few things to make sure your potential fans find what they're looking for. Their free product, Yoast SEO, has been what artists who want to make sure fans searching for viral lyrics or merch designs use, or to make sure they come up in search, or chatbots when they aren't seeing the results they want when checking Google or the various LLMs to see if they come up in search. This is why I'm thrilled to have them sponsor this video, since they've helped me and so many of my clients get through this trouble. And that's why I'm so excited to work with them on this video. So let's discuss how they help. So in that story I just described about Citizen, I described one of those nightmares that I see literally about once a month. But the problem I see on a near weekly basis is, let's be honest, many of you are faced with an unpleasant reality. It's hard to find an original or new artist name. So you're misspelling pre-existing words, or even more troublesome, naming yourself after pre-existing cities, places, brands, or puns on famous people's names. All this makes it very hard for you to come up in search on Google. So when one friend turns to another and says that they need to check out your banging new song, it can be a disaster in your funnel when you don't come up. And the friend who's looking it up says, yeah, I found it, but puts their phone back in their pocket and pretends they did, but really has given up on finding you because it was too much effort. As this happens repeatedly, you wonder why you're growing so slow. But if we just do a little SEO work with Yoast, all this could have been fixed, and that friend of the person who's your fan could be listening to your song right now. Yoast allows you to tag things like music artist, band, music, song, and genre names, so as fans search for you, it's more likely that they find you during that search. And this happens with songs too. Just as common, your song is called something like My Journey Through the Vast and Long Plagues to Find My Love, and the lyric for your song that's going viral presently on TikTok is Party, party, king to the dome, I drank so much I ended up in Rome. Great stuff there. So when a fan goes to search that, they're not finding your song. But with Yoast, a simple entry into their SEO tool, knowing that the song that says Keg to the Dome ended up in Rome is actually called your super long song title, this helps it so that the fan actually finds it, and that your content shows up more clearly in search results, and it can be picked up and understood by AI systems, and that makes it so it ends up that fans find your song, become a fan, buy your merch, come to your shows, and start a years-long relationship with you. Isn't that nice? But if you don't do that work, well, that may never happen. which is why SEO is important. But in a world where everyone's talking to chatbots, things get even more confusing, and we don't have to just deal with Google search anymore. Since people are searching for things in Claude, Gemini, and the world's worst therapist, ChatGPT. So your songs will need to be in those too. And when you do SEO with Yoast, it helps AI systems better understand and interpret your content. So when they're looking for your viral song, that potential fan finds it. It makes this work super fast and easy without you having to get concerned about this scary stuff. As well, if your merch isn't showing up on search, Yoast has an amazing integration with Shopify. I've used it to get higher up on search results than the bootleg merch out there or others with similar merch. For example, if your shirt is a parody of a Xanax ad from the 90s that people are really gonna love, if someone types in punk Xanax shirt, you want your shirt to come up. And Yoast can help you with just that by using the Shopify integration so your merch store is right where they go. Especially in a world where you will often have to compete with big box stores, you want people to buy direct from you. So coming up high on search so you get the sale and the full cut of the scale and own your customer is super crucial. But then there's the problem of all these AI imitators. To get into another dark part of the internet, we now have a ton of AI scammers making soundalikes of popular songs who will try to come up as your song goes viral. Now, of course, search engines can tell when people look for something and find the wrong thing. And these AI scammers are lazy and bad, so that often happens. But you can knock them down in search by having your song optimized using Yoast. But let's talk about Yoast itself. All you need to do is install it on your site on WordPress, and it's easily findable in the plugin library. And the same with Shopify. Yoast has this amazing traffic light system that easily guides you through it as well, where you can know whether you're good to go with your SEO, since their tool really understands if you're putting in the right things. But I really need to tell you about Yoast SEO AI Plus, which is what really helps you know if you're doing the right things. A lot of you are probably wondering how you would even know if this is working. Well, this is the tool that gives you clear insights in how you are doing in search, as well as if you're coming up in chat searches. Especially since search is always changing, it can make sure you stay up on them with easy answers on how to keep up your search performance. You can even see what people are feeling about you, including the sentiment of what people are saying about you online, as well as your competitors. It provides clear, actionable answers along with the answers on what you can do to optimize your performance. And for those of you with deep catalogs, if you want to go deep into the SEO world and optimize your whole catalog, they have tons of scalable products like Yoast SEO Premium, Yoast WooCommerce SEO, and Yoast SEO AI Plus. And that can really help generate AI content that helps search engines understand your content and improve your chances of being discovered. To try Yoast for free today, head to the description and use the code MUSEFORMATION15 for 15% off of Yoast's latest products, as well as supporting this channel. So here's the thing, while you just learned all about SEO, if you really want to grow your fan base, you need to understand which website platform you should build on, which is on this video that's on the screen right now. And it's also linked in the description. So make sure you watch that next if you really want to level up. Thanks for watching.